Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are analyzing Cold as Ice, the remake, and I would say let's get right into it. So in the beginning we have Patrick explaining the urgency of this battle. We can see a lot of people here and there's mostly lore explaining going on, so I would say we skip a bit to the more important parts. So we can see we have those two main characters here in the front and also her. She will play a big role in the entire animation as well. We also see two iron golems in the back who are really strong and overpowered in this animation universe, but more on that later. So as you might thought, as hopeless as the situation is right now for the human race, this small man here is not really liking how this is going and is kind of complaining about the plan of them, because he feels like,
then what's the point of saving this raised land?
We can't.
Yeah, see, he is complaining about it. He doesn't see the point of fighting for this. And yeah, I mean, I can kind of understand him, because at this point it really looks like all hope is lost. But yeah, they will agree on fighting anyway in the end.
Territory and cut off their mobility.
Slow down the invasion by any means necessary.
So yeah, there we can see what the point of the whole battle is. They just want to try to slow down the invasion by any means necessary, as he said. And it makes kind of sense. So yeah, let's get a bit further into the video.
We have to act as the last bastion of mankind.
So yeah, he is doing a bit of a motivation talk and says, yeah, the Frostborn, the strongest race on Earth and all of that. So after that we cut right into more action. In the background we can see a village that has been attacked by the pigments from the nether. So you can see it's kind of corrupted, everything is burning, we have netherite and netherrack everywhere. Here, he is fighting against them, but sees there are a lot of pigments coming, and also two guys in the background. Looking back in the background, we can see multiple soldiers still fighting with him for this, yeah, kind of lost village, and there are still some pigments in the back. But as you might guess, this is hopeless for them, and in my eyes kind of pointless, because this is literally just a small village in the middle of nowhere. At least in my eyes, it's not being explained even more in the animation. So then we have Patrick here studying the map and seeing that, yeah, the Nether King is taking over literally everything they had. You can see that he kind of loses his hope there, and then we get cut right to the next scene. Here we have the Ender Watchers, or at least what's left of them, in the end of so their home, and yeah, there's Cyrus. Behind her is the Nether King, and as you might guess, Cyrus is going to die here. I mean, you probably watched the animation anyway, so you know what's happening, and she doesn't seem too happy about that. First of all, because she's dying, but secondly, I think it's because she is standing right in front of her, yeah, kind, like those Endermans, and yeah, she's getting murdered right in front of them. And after that, we're cutting right back to Rain, who's in this small camp, and yeah, you can see that they are a bit confused by his reaction, but he seems to actually realize that Cyrus just died in the end. So yeah, they are kind of connected in the storyline, I think. But Rain is kind of an overpowered person anyway, as he is a main character and survived multiple things that should have already killed him, like zombie attack and you know, all of that, like the wither effect and all of this. So then we can see the army arriving for the fight. In the background we have even 3 huge ships flying over them, and yeah, also ready to fight, because in the next shot we can see that there are also a lot of troops with elytras and fireworks. So nice details that you said there, Rain. So you all probably know this one. He kind of was against the Nether King, I think, because he didn't actually do what he was supposed to do, and he had the head of Herobrine, but in the end he got caught, and I think his father was really disappointed in him, and that maybe led into him joining the army and actually leading this army in this shot here. So yeah, how would the tables have turned, I guess. So and there we can see they are already going into the battle against the Ghast, which is a really good idea, because Ghast are in this animation a really strong component. But yeah, then we have this very important scene. We can see them pulling up their bows and going to shoot the army of the Nether. So what's so important about this is that they had a formation before that, but after this hit, you can see that like about half of them are dead now by now, and yeah, this is a really huge cut for them, which gives them an advantage. I think they would have been able to also go for a second shot, but they didn't go for it. So maybe to make it a bit more interesting out there, because otherwise this army will already be down to 30% or so. But yeah, really important part of this animation, and you can see she's really motivated to fight for a race. And then you can see in the background the blazes are getting shot by no other than him. And they are coming from behind, trying to attack them by surprise, and as you can see, it was really successful. He didn't see it coming and just gets overrun, and the skeletons as well. They are trying to get away, but it's already too late for them. So then we get back to the main fight. I must say main fight for this. So there you can see him already almost dying, but in the end getting his revenge. And there we have another huge and really important part of this animation, as the ancient portal gets spawned. So yeah, this is, like I said, really important. As you can see in the background, we will have a lot of nether portals spawning, like here, behind the iron golem, and also in the air. So we can say that this is kind of a second wave that is arriving now, which will turn around the table just another time. The iron golems are already going for it, but you can see there are a lot of troops, and she is kind of dominating the sky by, until now, but then the ship in the background gets hit by a gas. At this point it all runs kind of down. She actually sees how serious the situation is, and there you can see with the ancient portal, the Nether King, Neois, I don't know how to pronounce him, is coming in, and also a Wither boss, which is again really important for this animation, as he is a really overpowered component. And she realizes it because of him shooting his projectiles against her. But she is able to dodge that and actually goes for him, as it is really important to take him out as soon as possible. Which yeah, kinda goes well. She even gets shot by a gas. So you can see that she gets rid of this Wither boss rather quickly, and he doesn't like that. And because of that, he's using a special ability that he might have gotten from the Nether Star. I don't know if you had this before, but the Nether Star actually really buffed him a lot. So she gets actually hit by the lightning, and he sees that luckily and is able to catch her before she falls on the ground. He even rages more because of that, I think. And yeah, is starting to shoot his lightnings everywhere, forcing them to retreat and cutting their numbers like in half, I guess. So then we have also here this single unit on the ship still. In the background you can see TNT, which will explode right there. So in the background you can still see him forcing his lightnings on everyone, trying to kill as many people as possible, and he is just not having it, and actually goes for a huge play here, if I may say so, because he sacrifices his life actually. As you can see, he shot him there, which causes him to stop shooting his lightnings. In the background we can still see some of the troops fighting against the pigments, and yeah, as you can see, he's also giving his life for the others to retreat safely. So then he charges him and gets a really good hit on him, but he is doing an unexpected thing. He gets even further into this situation, shoots him in the knee, and then the Nether King looks in the sky and sees this huge ship coming down to them, which probably could kill him, and also him of course. So we don't know about the Nether King if he actually died or not, because like the Nether King, as I mentioned, is really overpowered, so he might survive this, but at least get weakened a lot by this. So actually a really good play, and yeah, a really worth play. But yeah, this was it for Coldest Ice, the remake. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe and hit the bell and leave a like. And yeah, we will see each other in the next video. Bye bye!